Can you break the ice with story-accurate operators? That is the challenge of this video, and it looks like a significant jump in difficulty from the near light story-accurate challenge I did a while back. You can check it out after this video. But first, what do I mean by story-accurate? It's pretty straightforward. I would only be using operators that appear in the story, which are the Silver Ash family, Courier, Matterhorn, Aurora, Yera, and Gnosis. The operator lineup has only two 6 stars and is mostly dominated by 5-star operators. But do you see a problem here? Where are the medics? I don't even have a healing defender. This is gonna make things really hard. I'm also gonna allow myself to bring one operator of my choice if I get stuck, and I will only be clearing the normal stages, BI 1 to BI 8. If you want to see more challenges like this, let me know in the comments and slap that like button like the Black Knight slaps your operator. So, without any way of restoring HP other than retreating, my strategy here is to kill the enemies before they kill me. Shouldn't be too hard given that we have Daddy Swing Swing and Gnosis on our side. Starting with BI 1, and immediately I made a blunder. Wow, that is just... I'm speechless. Truly a zero sanity moment right here. Other than that, nothing much is happening here, but I found out that Praminix has practically no defense, which could be problematic when I want to use her debuff in later stages. I also decided to not use Gnosis for the first 5 or so stages, and see how far we can go without him. BI 2 took me a couple of attempts to clear, but nonetheless it's still a very easy stage. This stage is where we meet the sniper dude, who at first seems like targeting random operators, but turns out he attacks operators with the lowest defense, which makes Kjerag and Praminix very vulnerable and kinda hard to use. However, the great thing about this stage is that there are a lot of death pits, and I took advantage of them to kill the enemy sniper as quickly as possible. BI 3 started out strong. I can hold back the enemies quite well, even the stronger ones. That is until the dogs attacked. See, Courier has a disease known as skill issue, insufficient block variant. On the second attempt, Courier is still suffering from the skill issue disease. Now it's the insufficient damage variant. Worry not, I managed to clear BI 3 on my 4th attempt, and with my unorthodox usage of Cliffheart. You gotta do something about those casters, and that's the one way to do it. In this stage, I learned that Cliffheart provides a decent crowd control, and her true damage from her skill 2 can prove to be really useful. Nice. In BI 4, you will encounter the swordsmen who commit seppuku once they lose their will to live. They are really annoying to deal with because their normal attacks hit hard. Their explosions also hit hard and have crazy range. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Combine that with my lack of medics as well, I have a recipe of pain and suffering. Fortunately, the stage has a big open space and these swordsmen are not that big of a threat. Yet. In the end, I cleared BI 4 in just one attempt, but a very scuffed first try. Oof. BI 4. Done. We're halfway there. Hey, you made it halfway through. If you want to see more story-accurate challenges in the future, give this video a like. BI 5 is a stage that screams at me saying that I need a pusher specialist, but you know, I don't have that kind of operator. I plan to rely on the penetrating cold, which is a wind that blows the enemy in one direction. In this stage, the wind would most likely blow downwards, pushing the swordsman into the pit. But where is it? You promised this mechanic, but not a single huff of air is blowing. You lied to me, game! So I tried to do it myself. I tried to pull the swordsman into the hole, but they are a little too heavy and my timing is off. I should be pulling them when they are frozen. Here you can see just how big the explosion is. So yeah, in my first attempt, Matterhorn failed and cannot handle the attacks of the exploding swordsman. Later in my second attempt, I found out that even with these guys being frozen, Cliffheart is still not able to pull them far enough. But at least they did not explode near Matterhorn, which would be a costly mistake. Before starting BI6, I made a quick pit stop at the store to buy Yera's new skin. She looks amazing and I like the headgear she's wearing, which makes her looking like a maid. Or maybe she is a maid. She is a maid! What am I talking about? BI6 starts with another one brain cell moment. Why do I do this kind of shit? My second attempt at BI6 was smooth, except at the end, Matterhorn decided to fuck off and the enemy sniper shot down a Saintess and a Goddess, and I was too late to activate the Shrink Swing. What the fuck? In my third attempt, I realized how big of a disappointment Aurora is, only able to block just one enemy without her skill. I'm starting to get sick of this, so I decided to bring Gnosis to clear this stage as fast as possible. Gnosis, where are you, my friend? There you are. Despite what I said about Aurora earlier, she's great at blocking the enemy sniper and baited his attack, saving Kjerag and Pramanix in return. With Gnosis in the team, the run went smoothly. Mission accomplished. I'm a bit nervous going into BI7 because this is the stage where I encountered the Shagatas for the first time, because they can attack both ground and range operators and they receive an attack buff during snowfall. In addition to that, each of their attacks reduces your operator's defense by 100 and stacks with no limit, which means they can kill even the strongest defenders with just a few hits. I managed to kill the first one very easily thanks to Silver Ash's swing, while the second one was a little too close for comfort. The Shagatas weren't the only problem. During the second half of the run, the bottom lane almost got overwhelmed a couple of times by dogs. I could have lost control of the situation if not for Aurora coming in clutch with her skill on time. Finally, you did something useful. Congratulations! But you still suck as a defender. Here we are, BI8, the one stage that I have been dreading about. We're fighting Degenbrecher. I don't like fighting her. She is a terrible boss and I don't ever want to fight her ever again. But I like her as a character. She has an interesting design, you could say. Anyway, for new players, fighting Degenbrecher... What the fuck? How do I pronounce this name properly? Anyway, for new players, fighting Degenbrecher might feel like stopping a speeding truck by standing in front of it. After many attempts and a lot of sanity later, I learned a few things about the Black Knight. Her first phase is quite weak, and with the power of the swing, Silver Ash can end her first phase easily. Now here comes the difficult part, the second phase. During this phase, Degenbrecher can use Momentum Murder. It's a skill that is triggered every time she loses 25% of her max HP and immobilize all friendly units within a 3-tile radius. Operators that are immobilized cannot attack, cannot be healed, and all of their SP is drained. One way to get around this is to not launch an all-out attack at Degenbrecher because your operators are likely to be placed within the Momentum Murder range. What you want to do is stagger your attacks. After each 25 HP drops, deploy a new operator or wait until she's in range and activate your skill. You also need some operators to block Degenbrecher to disable her invisibility, preferably a defender with high HP and good defense. For me, Elite 2 Matterhorn can tank a few of the Black Knight's attack, and it works quite well. At the same time, I use Gnosis with Pramanix debuff to bring the Black Knight's HP down to 75%. Unfortunately, that is not enough. I need to get her HP down to 50% or less before she gets into the second tunnel. Silver Ash cannot finish her off either because he will get immobilized anyway. So in the end, I only managed to get a 2-star clear. Sub 2-star? It's not what I want. But I don't want to end the run in an anticlimactic way. As a bonus round, I brought Jay and my beloved Texas altar to finish what Silver Ash has started. I also can't forget about the magic words I said in the last video. Just deploy Texas. But even with Texas altar, it took me a few tries to get it right. But I managed to do it, and I'm so done with you, Black Knight. I don't want to see your face anymore. Yep. It's going well. Last stretch. Yes! Thank you for that! So, can you clear break the ice with story accurate operators? Yes, but it's not easy. Especially for BI8, you either settle for a 2-star clear or spend hours and IRL sanity to get a 3-star clear. I chose the former. Having no medics or any sort of healing does make it more challenging and forced me to be smarter with my operator placement and when to retreat and redeploy. Matterhorn can self-heal with his skill 1, but it's not enough. Aurora is just hard to use because she only has 1 block and only generates SP when she's blocking. I think the module would have improved Aurora's gameplay by quite a lot, but I don't have it right now, so I think that's one big mistake. Pramanix has a sheet of paper for defense, making it very vulnerable to the enemy sniper, and I didn't get to use her as much as I hoped to. Of course, I can't forget about Enciode's Silver Ash and his incredible swing capability. He's the MVP of this challenge. And to end this video, I want to ask you this. What would you do differently if you are doing this challenge? Let me know your answer in the comments. And also check out the Near Light challenge that I did a while back. It's pretty fun. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!